It works. Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to the Love Audio YouTube channel. My apologies for the graphics when we first launched tonight, but it's because I had changed everything for the Halloween stuff and then tried to revert back to what it was originally. But it looked awful, didn't it? You know, there's loads of artifacts all over the printing and everything else. Anyway, we're back to square one and we're back to normal. I'm pleased to say that the internet problems that I was having earlier have been fixed. So we are up and running. We are broadcasting to YouTube. And hopefully you can join us tonight, and hopefully everything's looking all right. If you have any questions, by the way, drop them in the comments. I will get round to answering them during this evening's stream. We're not going to be on for too long, but if you are new to the channel and you're wondering what Love Audio production is all about, basically it's a fun, friendly, and safe and hopefully entertaining and informative platform where you can learn the basics in audio production. And if you are okay with all of that, give it a big thumbs up and we'll get going. Love Audio! And there we go. So yeah, it's all about audio production for beginners. And if you have any questions with regards to any of that you might be struggling with, you know, whether it's mic placement or whether it's, you know, whether to use a compressor or not, or, you know, whether it's to look at EQ and when to EQ, when not to EQ, that kind of thing. Compression, gates, all that kind of good stuff. We tend to kind of, you know, try and include as much of that as possible in the normal live streams anyway, those that are scheduled properly to go out in this evening's show. And it's normally 8 o'clock. It was British summertime, of course, but our clocks have gone back by 1 hour. And we are now on 8 p.m. GMT. Greenwich Mean Time. So wherever you are around the world, obviously that's going to be different for you. I realise that. But hopefully you can join us each and every Monday evening. Love to be able to see you, of course, and I go through any questions you've got, as I say, as regards to audio production. Sometimes we open up the software which I have, which is PreSonus Studio Live. Sorry, it's not. That's the desk. Studio Live 32SC digital console is what I have as a desk underneath the camera here. But the software is PreSonus Studio One 5 Pro. And it's the full version. If you go onto their website, presonus.com, you'll find that they have a subscription-based service now called Sphere. And you can pay a monthly subscription, but get your full version of the software and all the things and the bells and whistles that go with that. And then, of course, you can use that at any time, as long as you keep your subscription up. And, of course, that's the main thing. But, yeah, what we generally do is, you know, hang out, have a bit of fun, chat to some friends around the world, that kind of thing. So it all happens here. If you want to check out some of the videos that have been on the channel already, then please do so. You'll find a whole list of those under this one here. If you've come to my channel, of course, to watch the video itself. And you'll also find 5 episodes of the vlog that I have done recently. So I need to catch up and do some more of those. I'm looking to line up some more interviews with people, really important and interesting people as well. So if you want to watch those back, then please do go and find those. You'll find those in the videos on YouTube itself on my channel, okay? Which is, of course, Love Audio Production. That's why you're here. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up, won't you, if you are liking the channel itself. And also, it's really helpful if you subscribe. If you've not already done so, click that subscribe button and click the bell icon as well. That will let you know when I go live next, which is, as I say, generally on a Monday night at normally 8 p.m, but we've gone a little bit later tonight because I've just come out of a Chamber of Commerce meeting in the town here that I'm based in. So yeah, so a little bit later than normal, but we are here, and yeah, looking forward to kind of speaking to you, finding out really what you'd like to find out more about audio production. If you're an audio production beginner, and a bit like I was when I first started these videos, is that I was looking around and thinking, gosh, you know, a lot of this is above my head, and it's very, very complex. And you know, the people doing it were great, of course, don't get me wrong, but I think, you know, I was a bit overwhelmed by what was going on, and I wanted to find some kind of channel or you know, some video maker that wanted to explain audio production in a basic way so that I could understand it. And then I think to myself, well, you know, maybe there's a lot of people like me that want that information easily digestible and, you know, not over complex. And I think that was That was why I started the channel in the first place, really, is to kind of give those that are beginners to audio production a little bit more of an easy to understand delivery of these videos, So hopefully that is helping. Let me tell you what happened. As I say, our clocks went back 1 hour on the early hours of Sunday morning. Now, on Saturday night, I was DJing at a wedding locally in a hotel here. It was a great wedding, went really, really well. Finished at midnight, packed away all the gear, and then proceeded home. Now, of course, because I was working the next day at the radio station Radio X in Exeter, in Devon, I wanted to get some sleep, and so I asked the hotel manager if I could leave my kit there, pick it up the next day, which I could, which is brilliant. So that's what I did. I packed it all away, but left it in a corner ready to pick up the next day. Anyway, got home, went to bed, set my alarm for what I thought was 6 a.m. Now, it's one of these radio control clocks, and you'd expect it to reset itself to the correct time once the clocks had gone back 1 hour, but no. So my alarm goes off. I jump out of bed. I have a bit of breakfast, and I don't listen to any radio. I don't look at my phone either. And so I get in the car, and I head to the radio station. And it was only whilst I was driving along the dual carriageway towards Exeter that I put the radio on in the car, and the newsreader came on and said, don't forget that the clocks went back by 1 hour last night. I'm going, oh no! So I arrived at the radio station at 6:30 in the morning instead of 7:30, which is what I wanted to get there at 4. Okay, I was on air at 8 o'clock, so I just wanted to get there half an hour early to do some preparation for the show and stuff. So yeah, I got there a whole hour early, and of course none of the clocks in my house had been set to the new time. So I had to go round when I got back off of the shift at the radio station, and then I had a meal with my sister and her husband, so that was quite nice anyway. But yeah, came back in the evening, Sunday evening, and had to reset about 8 or 9 clocks that I've got. And it's not just the ones on the wall, is it? It's the ones on the microwave that you tend to overlook. It's obviously your watch. I had 2 watches, so I had to reset that as well. In fact, that's a good point. Yeah, it's 8:25. That's good. So it's watches as well. It's all that kind of thing, isn't it? And luckily computers, modern computers anyway, update themselves as regards to date and time, don't they? As long as you've got that in your settings, then it's fine, and they reset themselves. So I guess if I'd placed myself in front of a screen of any kind before I'd left the house, I would have realized that I've woken up an hour earlier instead of instead of being the correct time, But that was the way it is. I thought I'd tell you that little story because I know that will amuse you no end to know that I've made a little bit of a faux pas with regards to my clock routine at the weekend, resetting those clocks. If you like the sound, by the way, this is the Rode NTG4 microphone. Let me just move it up a little bit so you can see. I don't want to bring it right up because what happens is it's on a very tightly spring-loaded stand, so it ends up there. But I wanted it here because I'm using it to do the radio show with in the mornings. So it's normally about there, which gives you a really, really good sound like that. Careful, I can hear that. It's going to spring, isn't it? Like that. Yeah. So this is all fun and games. Hang on, let me just try and nudge that back a bit. There we go. Okay. Stop it. There we go. Okay. Does that sound all right? So yeah, it's a nice microphone. It's I've got it obviously facing me really, really closely. And normally, if you're using it as a shotgun mic, you're going to be away from it. But when doing the radio show, I like to get nice and close to that as well. So it sounds really, really nice, and it sounds good on the radio as well. I'm back on Zest Liverpool this week, so I obviously pre-record those links in the morning, so that's really, really early as well. And then I'm on air at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Zest Liverpool. So that was good. So I wasn't on there last week because I didn't want to do that as well as the radio station in Exeter, doing that live as well Wednesday through Sunday. So yeah, kind of took a back seat on that one. But back on the radio in Liverpool each weekday morning, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. So do tune it in. Zestliverpool.com is the website that you can find it at, and you can obviously use your app and all that kind of stuff as well, which is really cool. Yeah, so if you ever want to get in touch with the show, by the way, you can do. Just email me, drop me a quick line to hello@loveaudio.co.uk. Okay, hello@loveaudio.co.uk. Very simply, drop me a line. Just if it's a chat about audio production or any ideas for shows coming up that you'd like me to have a look at, then I'm more than happy to answer those emails. It's hello@loveaudio.co.uk. Don't forget, you can also look at the website, which of course is loveaudio.co.uk. Oh, there we go, a bit better. So that that's a good resource for everything that I do here in the studio. I also, you may know that I've moved into a shop, and I kind of did the shop front as selling audio products rather, like spares, cables, microphones, mic stands, that kind of thing. So you can find that at Love Audio Bits, BITZ, or BITZ if you're American, loveaudiobits.co.uk. And on there, you'll find an online shop. So anything that I sell in the shop here physically, you can also buy online. Hello to Rich Vibes at Rich Vibes Universe. Thanks for joining, Rich. Glad you could make it. Yeah, just hopped on, as I say, back online with regards to the internet, which is really good. And just hopping on to kind of hang out with you guys really and have a chat about audio production, and just to kind of go over the things that you can get. I've also got some merchandise as well, t-shirts, mugs, that kind of thing. Head on over to that news site, which is loveaudiomerchstore.com. loveaudiomerchstore.com is where you'll find that. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I'm, as I say, I didn't want to kind of dive into anything deep and meaningful tonight because I struggled to get any internet at all this afternoon. They were digging up the roads, I think, and they might have kind of come across one of the major cables supplying the whole street. So that was down from about lunchtime, I think. So I had no time to schedule anything as regards content for tonight. But we'll be back to normal hopefully next Monday night at 8 p.m. GMT. So make sure you join us for that. And yeah, if you have any questions, like I say, in the meantime, if you're watching the playback of this particular video, it's only a short one, as I say, just hopped on to say hi, and the fact that the internet is back up and running, which is really good. But yeah, if you want to, maybe suggest some things that I can go over in future shows, then please do drop me a line. I'd love to be able to hear from you, and we'll get those done as well. Great show Sunday, says Rich. Yours is definitely, yeah. Rich Vibes, of course, is on Mixcloud on Sunday evenings between 7 and 9 p.m. That's British summertime. No, GMT, of course. So 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. In the UK. That's going to be different, of course, where you are around the world. And I know that in America, you have your daylight savings time thing happening on the 7th of November, which I believe is Sunday. Is that right? Yeah, it must be, because Friday's November the 5th. So yeah, Sunday you get your daylight savings time thing happening. So that will then put you back in line with a 5-hour difference between East Coast America and the UK. Now, Rich was saying, no, yours on Radio X. Oh, thank you, Rich. That's nice of you to say so. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And it was great to get back into doing live radio again. I've been doing the Zest thing for some time, but it was good to get back behind the microphone and do a live show as opposed to a pre-recorded one. So that was pretty good fun as well. So look here. Yeah, I've got rid of all the Halloween stuff, so that's fine. That won't work anymore, which is good. Just looking here a minute. Yeah, that's okay. I've got some. Yeah, you got these things again, so that's fine. We've got some confetti back, which is good. And yeah, so yeah, don't forget to join Rich Vibes on Sunday night. Mixcloud is the platform that he goes live on, and you can listen to a great selection of music there. Sometimes he has themes to those shows. So yeah, really, really good. And hope you can join him over there. It is cold tonight, actually, outside. I came out of this meeting and it was really bitterly cold. And no, not quite snow, but it was colder than normal. I think it's about 7, maybe 6 degrees tonight, 7 or 6. Celsius, that is. So what does that convert to Fahrenheit? I've no clue. But yeah, it's getting colder, that's for sure. And it's going to get milder again by the weekend, and we're going to get more rain. But that's the way the British weather goes, isn't it? Robert says, Shalalala Productions, great to see you have broadband back. And hey, Rich. Yeah, thanks a lot, Robert. Thank you very much for your words. And yeah, good to know we're actually back on. We can have a fanfare for that, actually, can't we? Hang on. And we're live. Yeah, back on the live stream, which is good. And it was touch and go for a while. Rich says, meant to be getting snow before Christmas, though. Who says that? You've been reading the Sun newspaper or Devon Live. Everybody, honestly, this time of the year, every single newspaper in the country comes up with a story that says, oh, we're going to get snow before Christmas. It's going to be so bitterly cold. It's going to be the worst winter on record. Yeah. Rich, you believe everything you read? It's not good. It's never going to happen. And I am like a kid with a toy when it comes to snow. I am watching every single flake as it comes down. I love it. I absolutely love it. So if it does, then happy days. But I'm telling you now, if you've heard that from someone or some production or some, whatever publication you read that in, take it with a pinch of salt, because they have no clue this far out. Unless it's going to come down from the Arctic and you can see that the rain bumps into the cold air and it comes down, and I should have been a weatherman. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt that it will not snow yet. Okay, only in here. This is the only place it's going to snow, right? At least for the next 3 weeks. If it snows before Christmas, if it snows at Christmas, I will be delighted. It's never done that as far as I can remember. I cannot remember, physically cannot remember the last time it snowed in the UK on Christmas Day in this far south. Yeah, up north, maybe Midlands, north, that kind of thing, and on the moors, maybe. Yeah, great. But yeah, Christmas Day, nah, never going to happen. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, Rich. Especially if you've read it in one of those dodgy magazines or dodgy newspapers. Right, so that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to hop on, as I say, the Wit Prophet says, hey, the Baron of Bandwidth smiled upon you. Yes, he did. Just before the meeting that I've just come out of, Wit. So, yeah, we had a Chamber of Commerce meeting. And the good thing about it was that they held it in the micro pub that is right opposite my apartment. So I was able to go in there, and the chair of the chamber bought me a pint, so that was good. And I've only had one because they're shut on Mondays generally. So yeah, that's the only one I had. But yeah, good. It was good. Good meeting actually. Very very pinch of salt or grit, says Rich. Yeah. Rich and Wit says Shalalala Productions. Wit Prophet says yeah. Wit Prophet says hi all. Yeah, pinch of salt or grit. And funnily enough, I said this on the radio actually a couple of days ago. Whilst I was driving to Exeter from Plymouth, top of Holden Hill, I kid you not, I saw my first gritter lorry of the year, and it had the yellow lights going on, and it had the big spreading thing at the back there, the wording, and I'm thinking, what do they know that we don't? What do they know that we don't? What are they not telling us? And I said to them, maybe they were training a driver. Maybe they're training a new driver of these gritter lorries. Do you know what I mean? Or preparing for something that they know about that they're not telling us. So, maybe you're right, Rich. Maybe you are right. Maybe it will snow on Holden Hill before Christmas. I really hope it does. But not to the extent that it snarls up all the traffic and nobody can get anywhere, because that's just rubbish, isn't it? But yeah, no, I'm like a kid, honestly. When it snows, I just love it. I sit there watching it. I can watch it for hours. Some people like gardening. I like snow, basically. And so I'm hoping it does. I'd love it if it snowed and I was out Christmas shopping and it just started to gently kind of, come down a bit like that. That would be wonderful. Rich Vibe says, ready for the snow, late November, early December. Wow. Okay, well, I'll hold you to that. I don't know where you're getting your information from, Rich, but, Rich Vibes, the weatherman. We will see. We will see. If it does, then great. I owe you a pint. How's that? Or something harder, maybe. I know you like a Latin, so you could indulge in something a little more exotic, I guess. Who knows? But anyway, that aside, I'm going to wrap things up, guys. Thanks so much for joining. I know it's been a very short notice on going live tonight because it's been a nightmare actually trying to get any broadband at all. So yeah, but thanks for joining anyway. By the way, if you want to support the channel, you can go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Love Audio Production. You'll find there a free downloadable PDF on podcasting. It's like podcasting for beginners. It's like a guide that you can download for free. And that's at patreon.com/Love Audio Production. But if you want to support the channel in any way, you can go over there as well and do that if you like. Right, that's as I say, that is it. I am going to wrap it up. Get home. It's really cold. I'm going to make a drink and get my pajamas on and get a hot water bottle in the bed, I reckon. Got a nice day tomorrow. My two sons are coming down from Taunton, so I think we're going to meet up after lunch and maybe go watch a film. Can't think which one. Can you? I have already seen it, but I want to see it again. So and they haven't seen it yet, so I think I might treat them to that. Rich says, we'll have a drink at the micropub. Yeah, one day when you come over here, no problem at all. I'd like that very much. But anyway, guys, look after yourselves. Thanks so much for watching. And I will stream you next week. Monday, of course, it'll be 8 p.m. GMT. And it'll still be 3 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. or 12 noon, whatever it is, Pacific. But you get the idea. And probably the same sort of time as Eastern in where you are, Whit. Quite possibly. The Canadian is in the house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. If it isn't, then let us know in the comments, right? Thanks very much indeed, Whit. Take care. Thanks to Rich. Thanks to Shalala Productions, Robert, and anyone else who knows me. Great and no snow, says Whit. Even in Canada. Can't believe that. Shocking. All right, guys. Take care.